This is Bolus Maximus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in.
This is my first time hosting a podcast. How about you?
Yeah, for sure. Any idea how we're supposed to get people to listen and subscribe to this podcast?
Just by saying it?
Subscribe.
You're tuned in to Bolus Maximus with Brandon and Matt. Don't forget to comment, share, and smash that like button to stay up to date.
Okay, all right.
We're in San Diego.
From the west to the east, coming to you live and direct.
That's it.
Bolus Maximus. I'm Brandon A. Denson, and I'm here with my co-host
Matthew A.
It's R, bro. It's R.
It's R.
Matthew R. Terrell.
Man.
Yo.
I'm tired.
Man.
My blood sugar's a little bit low.
Little?
No, it's chilling. 85.
I'm at a smooth 52.
85.
Smooth. You can't see that. We'll take care of it. I know you can't see it, but we'll figure something out.
Fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post. So we just wanted to talk to you today in regards to having low blood sugars and also making sure others around you know that you have diabetes. Why do you think that's important, Matthew?
It's extremely important. I think it's probably one of the most important things if you're in the workplace, if you're at home, if you got people that live next door to you, even if you're not that close with them. If anything ever happened and you needed help, you want to make sure that there's somebody close or around you that can help you. There are a lot of times that if you're a diabetic or you're a person that lives with diabetes and you're over the age of 18 and you live by yourself or you live with a roommate, you've probably had this conversation. But if you have not, Brandon and I are going to talk about the importance of having this conversation and what it would look like. This is something that we live with. So it's like second nature. But if somebody doesn't have diabetes and they're not really sure how to help you if you have a really bad episode, then that's very nice. A significant other, a classmate, a roommate, a workplace.
Teacher, preacher, daughter, son, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, great aunt, uncle,
mailman,
niece.
Milkman. Maybe not the mailman, but if you live in a place where there's not a lot of people around you, strategically think about who it is that's around you that you can talk to and say, hey, listen, I just want to let you know this is nothing to frighten you. I'm a diabetic and
or a person living with diabetes.
Correctly.
I stole that from you. You just said that a minute ago, so I just
Correctly
wanted to make sure we don't offend anybody because we know how some people don't like to be called a diabetic, but that's okay. We live with diabetes, and that is okay. What is that, a playbook, bro?
This is the nasal powder patient information for what is called, affectionately known as Glucagon.
Back, see me.
Back, see me.
Interesting.
So this, I can't take it out of the package because it tells me not to. And I'm trying really hard to follow directions right now. And it says, do not open it.
So don't open it.
I'm not peeling
Don't open it.
So it says, after giving the dose, call for emergency medical help right away. If the person is unconscious, turn the person on their side. Throw away the used device and tube. Encourage the person to eat as soon as possible.
Just to remind you, we are not medical licensed professionals. So disclaimer.
People are picking it up. That we're not medical professionals. But if this is your first time tuning in to Bolus Maximus, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Brandon and I are just two men living with diabetes, and that is something that we take very seriously. So as serious as I take it, I recently had somebody that I've been spending a lot of time with ask me what would happen if we were together and I crashed. Now, I was actually driving at the time, so I didn't know how to handle that question. But what she meant was, what would happen if your blood sugar crashed? And so I said, you would use a glucagon. No.
What is that?
That means nothing to somebody that doesn't know what it is. So because I couldn't find mine, I had my doctor call in a prescription. And this actually comes in a 2-pack.
Can I get a 2-piece of the back see me?
There's 3 milligrams. It says for treatment of severe low blood sugar. This is a specific tool to use if you're a type 1 or a type 2 diabetic and you have a severe low blood sugar. What happens is you become very discombobulated. You are very disoriented. And a low blood sugar can be very serious, right? So if you don't eat and take insulin, you take too much insulin, you exercise really hard and you exhaust your body to the point where your blood sugar is dropping straight down. Don't make me stick one of these up your nose, bro. This is the newest way. This was only FDA approved, I think, earlier this year, wasn't it?
You know what? I'm not for sure. I
In
remember
the last 2 years. In the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So what used to be the case was there was a small vial, and inside of it was hardened glucose. So it was straight sugar. And then there was a vial. I'm sorry, there was the vial that had glucose in it, and then there was a syringe that had saline in it. I think it was saline. And you would take the syringe out. So if Brandon was unconscious and he was passed out, and I can't get his attention, what I do is I take the syringe out. I would put it into the vial, squeeze all of the solution into the vial so that it's now mixed with the glucose, and then I would draw it back out and stab him with it, and then plunge it into him. Have you ever used one?
No,
Do you know anybody that's ever used one?
Yes, I have. I do know some people that have used them, but I've also know some people that have used them that haven't been completely unconscious either. So I don't know if that's something, if you know anybody that has done that before.
I know somebody that had to use it. I'm not going to call you out, Mark. I know somebody that had to use it before because they needed to. But it was the type of situation where if you're on the ski hill, if you're out snowboarding or skiing and you're in a situation where your body is exhausting a lot of energy and you have no sugar in your system and there's a situation, every one of the coaches at Riding on Insulin carries, or somebody in the group carries, a glucagon. It's very important, which that's where mine is. It's with Dustin Askham and Riding on Insulin. What's up, Dustin? So I got this new prescription. I just picked it up yesterday. I was actually really excited to pick it up because I didn't ever have an opportunity to use, thankfully, a glucagon in the past.
I think
I want to use
No, you don't want to use it. All right.
I just want to put it up my nose.
So I think when they came out with that, it's pretty useful because I think a lot of people, they say like, well, I gotta inject you with the needle, and so I think that takes a lot of stress off the person that actually has to use it on you, because they just have to spray it in your nose. So I think,
and if you're somebody that is living with diabetes and you see this and you're like, wow, I should show this video to somebody that I'm close with, hopefully, and they understand the severity of the situation. Very clearly, multiple places on this package, it says call for emergency medical help after use. So even after you use a tool like this, it's telling you to still call somebody to get help. And who would you call?
911.
And who are you going to ask for?
911.
Great. You want the fire department. All firefighters are trained EMS. So you're really looking for the fire department. I have somebody that has a low blood sugar. They are having an episode of low blood sugar. They are unconscious. I have turned them on their side. We have administered glucagon. Can you please send somebody to help right away? It's not a situation to be taken lightly. They don't take it lightly, especially emergency medical services. So this is the type of situation where you want to be conscious of explaining all of this to somebody else. Now, are you going to tell the mailman or the milkman about this? Probably not. You don't spend enough time around that person. Are you going to tell your next door neighbor? Maybe. Do you live in a big apartment building? and your next door neighbor is somebody around your age, maybe of the same or opposite sex, and now you know that they could be trusted. If it's somebody that you can trust, have this conversation with them. Hey, I just got a new prescription. This is really easy. You plug it in my nose, you squeeze it, and your body is going to absorb very quickly. You don't have to do much, right? At that point.
Yeah. Correct. But make sure you call 911
and ask for emergency services.
And let them know the situation, and that the person that you just helped is a diabetic or a person living with diabetes, so they fully understand what's going on. So when they get there, they can address the situation immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's extremely important. So we don't want to hear any stories. We don't like to hear stories of people having to use these. I know I'm joking about wanting to use it. I just want to see what it feels like, what the application process is like, because I only have 2 of these, and I'm hopefully going to be exercising much more in the next couple of weeks here, and possibly going snowboarding. I want to bring these with me. I'm going by myself. So in the event that I go by myself, I would want to tell somebody that's around me. You know, I don't tell every person I ride the chairlift with. However, I keep it with me. People would freak out if they get on the chairlift and I'm like, hey, you guys have a couple minutes? Not going anywhere?
Just in case I pass out. Like, dude,
it's very
what are you
serious.
doing on the mountain?
Yeah, exactly. It's very serious. And you want to be very conscious of the people accepting this information. Think about who is taking the information in, how are they taking it in, and then what are they going to do with it, right? You want to be conscious one more time before we sign off. Who you're giving the information to, how are they accepting it and taking it in, how do they understand it, and then what are they going to do with the information that you're giving them? I live with diabetes. It's possible for my blood sugar to drop at times that I'm not conscious of it happening. I could potentially become unconscious totally, and I need help and I need assistance. This is what you should do.
And I think everybody, no matter how low your blood sugar has ever been, you've been in a situation where you've needed, I'm not going to say so much of say assistance, but that it's been low enough to where you had to do something to bring it up. So a lot of people talk about their diabetes, and a lot of people don't talk about their diabetes. It's not something to be ashamed of. You have diabetes, and unfortunately, it's not going anywhere, anytime soon. We hope for that. We look for a cure. We hope for a cure, and one day we hope that we'll have a cure. But until then, these are the measurements that we have to take to make sure we're safe and letting everybody else around us know what's wrong with us, because it could be somebody potentially other than yourself, which I'm sure you saved your life before. It could be somebody else that has to save it. And, I don't like to bring up the negative, but you could be in a situation where you're unconscious and somebody needs to attend to you and you can't attend to yourself. So it's very important to let people around you know that you have diabetes. And at the end of the day, it's better to do that than to be in a situation to where you can't get help because they don't know how to help you.
And I think it's really important to know, I've seen a lot of people who have tattoos that say that they're a type 1 diabetic, just in imagining that that's the type of thing that might save your life. It very well could, but not every tattoo that's meant for diabetes is going to be looked for on a person who has diabetes. They're going to look for a medical alert bracelet. I don't have one. They're going to look for a necklace or a
bracelet, anklet, anything. And I also do know from messing with my phone in the health app, you can put that information in there too.
And it's on your home screen.
Yep, exactly. So
yep.
I don't know about Androids. I don't have an Android, but I'm sure they probably have something on there as well too.
It's important. Check out What's It My ID has a iPhone, or the iWatch has a small clip that you can get, and it has your personal information on it. And if you're interested in,
bro, I didn't know that. I need one of those.
Well,
I'm slacking.
Okay, I don't even have my watch on. But if you're out there right now and you're thinking about it, I don't want to wear a bracelet. I don't want to wear a necklace. I don't want to wear something on my watch. Think about the time that you don't want to wear it, and then think about the time that you hope you have it on when something happens. Be smart, be safe, give it a look. Try to understand that you should have something in your bag of diabetes tricks that looks like this. Now, this is just a tube, but inside of this is the actual instrument. You plunger, you put it in the nose, squeeze the bottom of it. It's a real easy application. No more syringe and vial. It's all in the nose. So check it out. Think about where you're at right now in your diabetes care for yourself. Think about what you can do in the future. And it comes with this handy little these are instructions. I was like right here, just it shows you what to do. So give it a look, give it a conversation, give a conversation a chance with your family members, your friends. They give you two of the same things. Not sure why, but check it out.
They are the same.
They're the same.
One
because there's two of these in here.
One for you and one for me. Very nice. Very nice.
I'm gonna take that back. Yeah, give me this. We appreciate everybody listening, tuning in, understanding. Sure. We try to keep this light. We try to keep it playful, but it's a very serious thing that we wanted to talk about today. Have the conversation with your significant other. Even if you're just dating somebody, you have the conversation with them. It's extremely important that they understand that your safety is paramount. This could be something that could save your life. It doesn't matter if you're going out for a walk around the neighborhood or if you're going to a nightclub in 2021, because that didn't happen in 2020. Think about who you're out with. Think about what they could do. If you keep this with you in the car, you keep this with you in your pocketbook, you keep this with you in your fanny pack. What's up? Shout out to all my people wearing fanny packs. This is a smart thing to have around you. Just consider it. You can store this up to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. And so this stays in the tube until it's needed. And if you need help, you can contact myself, Matt, or Brandon, and we'd be happy to help you. And we'd love to put you in contact with the right people so you can understand a little bit better about why this is important. Somebody like a certified educator, so we could help find somebody in our network that might be able to help educate you. So shout out to everybody who's already doing this. Shout out to the people that need the help.
And I'm going to jump in there. One more thing. These aren't the only type of glucagon treatments that you can have. There's some other options out there in the market, but this is just one that you ended up getting and having your endocrinologist prescribed to you. So definitely check out the other options that are out there. You can Google it, you can look it up and see what may work best for you. And, when you're traveling or hiking or at school or with sports or just being at home, always find out what's the best option in case you're in that situation that works for you.
It is important to note, I'm not going to say the name of the company. I will say that this is the vial of insulin that I usually use. It's from a major of the companies that make insulin, one of the three companies that make insulin. The same company that makes this. That is important to know. There's the same company that makes the insulin is the same company that makes the treatment for if you use too much, didn't eat, or had a severe reaction or anything to that same insulin. So it's important to know. Check it out. Like Brandon said, do a little bit of homework for yourself and drop a comment. Let us know if you've ever used one, know anybody that's ever used one, or if you're a significant other that had to use one on somebody in your life. We hope that you do not. And again, my name is Matt. This is Brandon A. Denson. We're going to sign off today. I'm going to finish my green smoothie. Brandon's going to drink the rest of his 5 gallons of water, and we're going to head out. We hope you have a nice day. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hey, and as always, keep it 100.
Peace.
If you don't know, now you know. Bolus Maximus is not sponsored by anybody, but if you would like to get involved or sponsor a podcast,
please reach out to us at thebolusmaximus@gmail.com. That is thebolusmaximus@gmail, or through our website, bolusm.org. That is www.bolusm.org. We also have an Instagram, Facebook, and a YouTube channel. Please feel free to reach out.